Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jason here. We're hanging out at Flying Basset here in Gilbert, Arizona. Brand new establishment, not too long ago opened up. Wanted to get out here, show it to you so you can see what's inside, meet the owner, learn a little bit about the offerings here, and hopefully come check it out. So we're here with Rob today. He's the owner of Flying Basset, he and his wife. And tell me about yourself, Rob. What brought you to Gilbert?
Well, brought us to Gilbert. We actually own a house up in Gilbert. So my wife and I, when we met, she is an ICU nurse. I am an airline pilot. We met back in 2011, started home brewing, figured, hey, it'd be great to have our own bar. All right, let's have our own brewery. And so we decided to kind of do the whole operation. And we were actually going to do it in Hawaii.
Okay.
But decided to come back here and do it here in Arizona. We had more support, and I used to work for a local brewery here and learned everything from that. So we were, at the time, we were looking for either downtown Gilbert or downtown Chandler, and we settled in between, which was cheaper. And this location worked out really well for us, being it was a large footprint. It was used to be a famous Sam's, so they had a large footprint, so we were able to put a brewery inside and still have a lot of seating for customers.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how we went with the whole theme of Flying Basset. We have three Basset hounds now.
Okay.
We have Lieutenant Dan, who was our first Basset hound. That's actually a picture of him.
Okay.
Is our logo, Lieutenant Dan. He's now has a girlfriend.
Does he wear the glasses?
He wears the goggles every so often. Yeah, we can get him to do that.
Good.
But he now has a girlfriend named Angela Basset.
Oh, that makes sense.
We just got another Basset here recently named Chica.
Chica. Okay. All right.
So, but with the whole flying, Basset has the large ears, so we figured, Flying Basset was kind of thing. So we did a test market on it. It was one that worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't until we actually moved into the building and started building the place that we decided to go with the airline theme for everything.
Okay.
With the runway and everything. I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm an airline pilot. This works out really well.
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of how we went with that whole theme. And so then we ended up just kind of going with a lot of theme names for a lot of food items and beer pairings and things like that.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to walking around this place.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Cool, so.
Like I say, my wife, she still works as an ICU nurse, and I'm still an airline pilot. I work for a charter company out of Tucson.
Okay.
I fly the troops around all over the country.
Nice.
And then during the summer months, we fly the firefighters for the U.S. Forces troops.
Okay. All right.
So I still enjoy doing that. But I also
you have tons of free time then.
Oh yeah. I have nothing but free time.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us today.
Cool.
We're excited to learn about the place and see. So why don't we take a look around, and then maybe we'll even check out some of what they have to offer. So
okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Let's go.
So this is our runway. Basically, every runway has a magnetic direction on it. So we went Flying Basset Brewing, runway 36. So that way. And as you can see, there's like a little airplane that just took off.
On its way that way.
On its way west, yeah. On its way to California or something.
Yeah.
Deliver more beer. We figured with growing with more production, we can end up kind of moving more production over to this side. So that's why we enjoyed this building, simply because it has all the space for growth. Right now, we're actually looking to put in a 200 square foot cooler in here because of the amount of beer that we've been making so much lately. So we're going to put in that because we've run out of room in our regular beer cooler.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, some days.
Yeah.
It's been a good thing.
Huge bar. This is cool.
Yeah, huge bar. We weren't really sure on how big to go, and so we kind of gone a little extra on it, and so we ended up coming up with what we have. You could fit like 4 bartenders back there. It's so huge.
Do you consider this more of a bar restaurant or a restaurant bar in your
brew pub? I kind of like to consider it like a brew pub. Like I say, we're in the process of doing a menu change, and we're going to kind of go with a gastropub style of food. Before it was more of a full-end restaurant kind of factor, and then that got too much after COVID. So now with COVID, we simplified it a lot, and now we're going to kind of just revamp the whole thing.
Okay. So it looks like you have a full bar in addition to the brews that you have here.
A full bar, yeah. We offer cocktails along with wine, and like I say, a lot of we currently have about 16 beers of our own on tap.
Okay.
We try to show as many local games as possible as far as TV goes and sports and things like that, keep people entertained.
So if they're Diamondbacks fans, Cardinals fans, Suns, Coyotes,
come and see the games here. ASU fans, have that going.
Now, what do you do if the Diamondbacks are playing and the Cubs are playing?
Oh, we're gonna have even more fun.
Okay, good.
All the TVs will be set.
Yeah. Well, why don't we take a look inside? Can we look over in the area?
Let's go over
Let's head that way. All right. So this is cool.
So yeah, this is our brew setup. We're a 10-barrel brew system. Basically, out of this system, we could probably do anywhere from 500 to 750 barrels a year out of here.
Wow.
Right now, we're pretty close to that. We're not capped out yet, but we're pretty close. We have our brew house here is kind of an oversized mash tun, so that way if we decide to do a liquor situation, we have the ability to do that. So,
very cool.
So down the road we can look into doing that.
I love the forward thinking, man.
Yeah, well, really like I say, that's why we also have the double-sized hot and cold liquor tanks. So that way, if we decide to, you know, ramp up production, we can do 2 batches within a short period of time. You know, almost within the same day.
Yeah.
Like I say, the way I set this place up was kind of the way I was at the old brewery that I was working at. That one person can run the whole thing.
Okay.
You know, so you can basically brew, you can do the ferment setup, you can do the keg filling and all that other stuff, all in one simple process. So one person can run this.
So those
it's a lot of work.
So those of us that enjoy a beer from time to time, a craft beer. What do you have a favorite? Like of the ones you brew, is there one that you're like, man?
Our Lazy Hazy is probably the one that is my go-to right now.
What is that like? Describe it.
It's a New England IPA. Okay. It's got a really good citrus note, very got a hop aroma to it, but it's not over hoppy. It's really easy to drink. That is our #1 seller in house.
Very cool.
Along with our Honey Hefeweizen. Our Honey Hefeweizen is our biggest seller.
That would be mine.
Outside.
I'm a Hefeweizen fan, so. Yeah.
It's brewed kind of like the traditional Hefeweizens of Germany, but we just add a touch of honey to it, just to add a little bit of sweetness and a little bit higher alcohol content to it.
Very cool.
But it's really drinkable. We sell, actually that's one of our bigger sellers outside of the restaurant. We had a lot of locations before.
So how long does it take to like, okay, I'm going to start a brew now? With all this equipment, how long would it take?
It takes anywhere from, depending on the beer, like usually right around 3 weeks.
Okay.
Our Honey Hefeweizen, we can roll that out in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Same thing, our Lazy Hazy is right around that same period of time, a little bit, 20 days or something.
Well, I want to check out what you have to offer. So,
all right.
If you could tell somebody about this place, what would you tell somebody? One quick thought about why they should come see you here.
Well, we have a vibe here that is just very relaxed. We're not a beer snobs. We're not any sort of, the high end of anything. We're just here to have a good time, good food, good beer, and bring your dog.
Bring your dog. I saw that somebody on the patio had a dog and they brought a little dog dish of water.
With a Flying Basset, we have to be dog friendly.
Of course you do. All right, well, let's take a look at what you have to offer.
All right, perfect. Sounds good.
So everybody else can leave. Give me a minute, because I'm just going to eat all this. The orange candy Brussels sprouts were amazing, and he actually gave me a little taste of, it was a hazy?
Prop haze.
Prop haze?
Prop haze, yeah.
Okay.
It's our double hazy IPA.
Double hazy IPA. And that, combined with that, yes please. The fish and chips. Tell us about the fish again from Africa.
Fish and chip, it's a Cape Capenzas.
Cape Capenzas.
It's a white fish from South Africa.
So that, the flavor difference between that and like cod or something like that was amazing. And the batter, he said hand battered in-house every day, so beautiful. And this, I gotta tell you, probably I was more of a fan of this one. This is my favorite because that chicken sandwich with the heat that comes from the jalapeno and everything was just perfect. So awesome, man.
Cool, good.
Really appreciate the chance to check out the place and sample the food.
In.
And if you need something to do on any night of the week, you need to come check them out. You're open 7 days?
Closed Mondays.
Closed Mondays, okay.
Yep.
So don't come here on Monday because you would just be standing outside wishing you could be inside. But any other day, come check this place out. Flying Basset, Cooper and Ray.
Cooper and Ray.
And yeah, thanks so much, Rob.
All right, thank you much.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right.